News about school shooting in Maryland. A gunman who shot and injured two students at a high school in the U.S. state of Maryland has died of a gunshot wound, police say. The two students are being treated in hospital. One is critically ill. The attack happened on Tuesday morning before lessons at Great Mills High School in St. Mary's County, 65 miles, 104 kilometers, southeast of Washington, D.C. It comes a month after a high school shooter killed 17 in Parkland, Florida. An armed campus guard exchanged gunfire with the attacker, who has not been identified, but it is unclear if the gunman was hit by the guard's gunfire or shot himself. St. Mary's County Sheriff Tim Cameron said the shooting began in a hallway at the school. The gunman fired at a female and then a male student, hitting them both, he said. Our school resource officer who was stationed inside the school was alerted, he told reporters. He pursued the shooter, engaged the shooter. During that engagement he fired a round at the shooter. Simultaneously, the shooter fired a round as well. The school security guard was not hurt, Mr. Cameron said, adding that the gunman's cause of death was still under investigation. The female student is in a critical condition in hospital. Jonathan Freese, a student at Great Mills, called CNN from his cell phone during the lockdown in his math class. Police were going through classrooms to clear the school, Freese said. I'm still a little shaken up, he said. For more updated news on shooting in Maryland, subscribe our channel now, like and share this video if you really want that the female student should survive.
Austin Wyatt Rollins, 5 facts you need to know. The 17-year-old white male from Maryland who shot a girl in the hallway and bullets ricocheted and hit another student. Police say Austin Wyatt Rollins brought a Glock semi-automatic handgun to school in Maryland and shot a female student in the hallway before classes began on Tuesday, March 20th, according to St. Mary County Sheriff Tim Cameron. Rollins, 17, was transported to the Charles Medical Center where he later died. The shooting was reported to Great Mills High School just before 8 a.m. Eastern. Shortly after the news was reported, the sheriff confirmed that the event was contained. There had been a shooting at Great Mills High School. The school is on lockdown. The event is contained. The sheriff's office is on the scene. Additional information to follow. A message on the school's website read. According to Washington, to NBC Washington, a student at the school pulled out a gun and shot 2 other students before 8 a.m. The gunman shot a female in the hallway of the school, and the bullet hit a male student. The gunman, identified by police as Rollins, was injured after exchanging fire with a resource officer at the school. The injured student, a 16-year-old female and a 14-year-old male, were transported to local hospitals where they are both listed in stable condition. Anyone with further information regarding Great Mills High School shooting can ask to call it to 1-800-FBI. Here's what you need to know. The deceased suspect was an honor roll student at Great Mills High School, pictured here with other students. Austin Wyatt Rollins was an honor student at Great Mills High School. His Facebook page shows that he lived in Lexington Park, Maryland, and was a great NASCAR fan. Rollins was born in Tennessee and moved to Maryland with his family in 2004. His dad, Rocky Rollins, is from Nebraska, served in the Air Force. Rocky Rollins had previously posted about his support of the Second Amendment on Facebook. In 2010, he shared the YouTube video I Like Guns by Steve Lee. In 2011, he posted about owning guns. We ask that all gun owners put this on their wall. The Supreme Court of the United States has affirmed that the right to keep the bear arms is a fundamental right of the individual. If you believe in the Second Amendment and you're not afraid to show it, repost this. I hope to see this reposted a lot by my friends. Remember, if we outlaw guns, then only outlaws will have guns, the post reads. After learning of the shooting, Austin Rollins posted a message on Facebook asking if anyone had heard if Rollins was okay or not. At the time, she did not appear to know that her nephew was a suspect. Several people left angry comments on her post, and she has since deleted her account. The motive was unclear. Authorities say that Rollins entered the school and shot a 16-year-old female student in the hallway. A bullet also hit a 14-year-old male student who was nearby. It was unclear. There if there was any kind of relationship between Rollins and the female victim. Authorities are working to uncover this information and are likely waiting until the female victim is well enough to speak to them about the incident. Great Mills High School began its school day at 7:45 like many other days, except for the day a male student produced a handgun and fired a round, wounding a female and another male student in the hallway. Great Mills High School, just before classes began, Sheriff Cameron said at a press conference. Shortly after the gunman opened fire, the school's resource officer, Blaine Gaskell, picture below, exchanged with him. Cameron confirmed Rollins had been wounded in the exchange, but that the officer was not injured. A couple of hours later, Rollins died. When the shooting took place, our school resource officer, who was stationed inside the school, was alerted to the event and the shots being fired. He pursued the shooter, engaged the shooter, and during that engagement, he fired a round at the shooter. Simultaneously, the shooter fired a round as well, Cameron said at the press briefing. In the hours to come and the days to come, through detailed investigation, we'll be able to determine if our school resource officer's round struck the shooter. The school resource officer is uninjured and was not struck by the firearm projectile, Cameron said. The SRO and witnesses are being interviewed by detectives. The two students shot are still are still in the hospital. The sheriff has confirmed that the students were injured in the shooting. A female student was rushed to a nearby hospital, listed into critical condition, but has been upgraded to stable condition. The sheriff's office has confirmed that she is still in ICU after suffering life-threatening injuries. The male student was also in critical condition, but it's currently listed in good condition. Authorities are now trying to find out if Rollins had any kind of relationship with the female student who was injured in the shooting. Great Mills is a relatively small school with 1,500 students enrolled. Students quickly reacted to the shooting on social media. The bell hasn't even rung first, and the whole Great Mills is locked down. A student tweeted just after 8 a.m., "You would never think this would happen to you." Another student, Molly Davis, tweeted, "Hi, Twitter. I'm at Great Mills High School. My school is on a very real lockdown threat, and there's already someone possibly dead. Please pray for us." Davis, a student at the school, tweeted, "There are a loud sound," and everyone started screaming and running. Another student, Jonathan Freese, told CNN he was in math class when the shooting occurred. "I'm still a little shaken up. I didn't really expect for this to happen. I don't always feel safe, though, because they always have police at the school." Families were asked to go to Leonard High School for reunification, and the FBI is currently investigating. Students are being let out of the school, are being transferred to Leonard High School to meet with their parents. Police have asked the families to do not go to Great Mills High School. The two schools are about 15 minutes away from each other. Students are being evacuated from Great Mills High School and being bused to the reunification center at the Leonard Town High School. The building is orderly and the sheriff's office is conducting an investigation. We will continue to update as more information becomes available. A 10 a.m. Twitter update from the school read. Parents and family members have been told that they will need proper ID in order to reunite with their children. Counselors are made available to assist parents in student reunification, according to St. Mary's County Public Schools. Other schools in the area have been tweeting at their facility are safe. These schools are in session and will maintain daily. This is Direct Exchange exclusive. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.